You have no idea the amount of ignorant mess we're about to get into right now.
Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Black on Black Cinema. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hey.
And Terrence.
What's up?
All right, guys, we're back. This is episode 116, The Incredible Jessica James. This is the 2017 American romantic comedy starring Jessica Williams and Chris O'Dowd, Lakeith Stanfield, and Megan Ketch. So this one is available on Netflix if you want to check that out. Obviously, Jessica Williams is from The Daily Show and also from that very popular podcast, Two Dope Queens, if you've never heard that. We'll start with Micah. Micah, what did you think about this?
I actually like this movie. This is my second time trying to watch it. First time I fell asleep on it. And I guess that was just because I was tired. Right. But I actually gave it a chance this time because I think Jessica Williams is very funny. And yeah, I like this. This is, I don't know what it is, but I know what it is. It's because I'm in a relationship with someone that likes this type of stuff. But I'm into like these new romantic comedies now. Yeah. Because they're not as, like, they're still formulaic, you know, they still have like meet cutes and conflicts between the two people that you want to see get together.
If they could only talk, then they would fix everything.
Right. So it still has those tropes, but it feels fresh here because it is from a black woman's perspective, which is something you normally do not see in these films unless it's like, you know, one of them shucking and jiving ass Tyler Perry movies, you know what I mean? And then those movies are just a little too heavy. Like this is, this is just a woman living her life in New York who happens to be a very funny black comedian. And, I dug it. It's nice, tight little 125.
Oh, it's an easy watch.
It's a real easy watch. You won't regret watching it. I think it's pretty good.
All right, you had to score
3 out of 5.
Okay. Terrence, your thoughts on this?
I didn't finish the entire thing, and that's not because it wasn't good. What I watched was good. I was just very tired this morning. Look, Jessica Williams is gorgeous. like she just is.
I don't think anybody here will
literally I've seen it in the Daily Show, and I know who she is. But when the movie comes on, I'm like, yo, this woman is beautiful. Yeah. And she just is.
She's breathtaking.
Breathtaking. Yeah, she is. And not in a bad way. But from what I missed, I think I skipped out on like 30 minutes of it, and it's an hour and 25 minutes. So I missed quite a bit. That's
God damn it, Terrence.
Look, leave me alone. But from what I watched, like, I really enjoyed it. Like the chemistry between her and
Chris O'Dowd?
Yeah, Chris O'Dowd. It was pretty funny. Like, their interactions were really funny throughout the entire thing. Her interaction with the kids. And she's a pretty decent actress. And she's funny. From what I watched, I would give it like a 3.5 out of 5.
Okay. I did watch all of it because it's my job to.
Sorry, dog.
God damn it. Constant disappointment. But I would give this a 3.5 out of 5. It's very good for her sort of first time out as the star of a movie. I think she's probably done a little bit pieces here and there. But yeah, I thought she did a good job carrying it. Just as an aside, what's his name? Lakeith Stanfield. That dude is kind of like,
yeah, all of a sudden he's everywhere.
He's everywhere.
Everything. Yeah.
Dude's like, I'll be in Death Note. Like, all right, this is random. Like, but he does a really good job in everything. I really like him as an actor. I think that guy has a major career on his hands. I really think so. And I think Jessica Williams has a real chance at a pretty prominent comedy career as well, like as far as movies are concerned. Like Micah said, it's literally an hour and 23 minutes. It is. I don't know how anyone couldn't finish watching it. That would be crazy. But you're getting more of that later. Don't worry.
All right, that's fine.
But Yeah, I thought it was just an entertaining, cute movie. Like it was fun. It's funny that you said, and this is the observation I was talking about offline. It's funny that you said this is a movie from a black woman's perspective. Is it? Because in the hour and 23 minutes, no one's race is mentioned once, which I thought was really interesting. Not a single time. Not her race, not the fact that Chris O'Dowd is white, not the fact that Lakeith is black, not the fact that Lakeith
dating an Asian girl.
dating an Asian woman, that her friend is white, that the kids that she deals with are black. None of them. That it is a completely racially blind movie. This movie doesn't see color, guys.
Who wrote this?
I don't know.
By her.
Probably a white guy. I don't think it was written by her. I think it was written
No,
by the
it wasn't
director.
written by her.
James C. Strauss.
Yeah, that's white.
Strauss, as in Levi Strauss.
Not spelled the same, but yes.
Oh,
Or
okay.
Jewish.
So
Yeah, he kind of looks like the guy from Flight of the Conchords. But I found that aspect of it. I didn't find it offensive, by the way. I'll tie that to the movie we did 2 weeks ago. But I found that to be kind of interesting. That there's literally not a single conversation about race.
Because when you boil it down, right? And I hate to sound like one of these people, but when you do boil it down, we are human beings. The fact that this doesn't make mention of it, like this weird New York utopia where race is not mentioned ever, is ultimately
He's like, yeah, it would have to be.
is ultimately a good thing.
Yes.
But yeah, I never noticed it. I didn't notice it till you just pointed that out.
Yeah, I'm watching it. I'm like, anybody gonna say anything? Nobody gonna say nothing? You got all these Asians and black and white people talking to each other. Nobody's gonna mention anything? No, they don't.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, Lena Dunham, this is what New York looks like.
yeah, turns out. But what is actually very interesting about that fact, and again, I'll tie it to I'm Not Your Negro, is here's two movies we did in a row. One that is unequivocally black, like recognize your blackness, nigga, like wake up. And that's a good thing, but at the same time, you have this movie, which is this is the MLK dream, right? This is Malcolm X to MLK Jr., right? Which is this idea that we are people and that we interact and we have relationships and stuff like that, and the color of our skin is not the most important thing that's happening.
Yeah.
So I didn't have a problem with it. I just thought it was an interesting observation
Yeah.
because it never happens in movies.
No, it usually doesn't. Not with a cast this diverse.
No, it would be like, you're really, like Chris O'Dowd's character would be like, you're really pretty for a black girl. I'm like,
Well, I've never been with a black girl before.
yeah. Like, God damn it.
All
Chris.
right, thanks, Chris.
Have you tried to turn it off and turn it back on again? Fuck out of here. All right, Micah, take us through it.
Right out the gate, we have a clip for you.
God damn. Was I ready? I don't know. I'm sure I was. The answer to that question is no. I wasn't.
I mean, the timestamp literally says 000
All right,
to
man.
2:48.
I mean, your point is valid. Right? Never said I was prepared. All right, we have that clip. We'll play that and we'll come right back.
I think it's really dangerous to seek personal fulfillment through romantic relationships. I do. I'm just letting you know, FYI. You shouldn't need other people to validate or define you.
I shouldn't?
No, you shouldn't. Nobody should.
Oh yeah, no, totally.
Can I get you something to drink?
No, thank you. Drinking is basic AF.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
I'll get you some waters.
Thank you. Toast Preach.
Totes Preach.
What?
Totes Preach. So, have you been on Tinder long, or are you just...
All right, I'm gonna stop you right there because I'm not loving the whole vibe of this interaction so far, and I would literally rather have my period for 1,000 years nonstop than continue this portion of the conversation.
Huh?
You mentioned something earlier about wanting to bone.
Oh, yeah.
See, right here on Tinder, we matched.
Right.
Awesome. And then I texted you hi, and then you said sup, and I was like, not much. And then you said want to bone.
I guess I did.
Do you remember that?
I guess I do, yeah.
So, did you come here tonight expecting to bone?
Yes?
It's not gonna happen.
Well, what happened? Did I do something wrong?
Kind of. It's like when I walked in, you just shook my hand.
Well, what should I have done?
I don't know, maybe just like grab me by the shoulders and whisper something really sexy in my ear.
Like what?
Like, go in the bathroom and take off your panties. I want to smell them.
And you would have done that if I had told you to do that?
Maybe, I don't know. There's a huge chance I would have just like punched you in your dangling, but who knows? I'm sort of in this weird transitional phase in my life where I don't know what I'm gonna do next. Going through a really bad breakup.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's really the only reason why either of us are here right now.
What does that mean?
He usually comes on Fridays, so I was hoping that he'd catch us together and then he would freak out and be like super devastated.
Wait, what?
Oh my God, he's here. He's here. He's here right now.
Are you kidding? He's here now?
Oh, frick me. He's brought a date and she's super hot. I didn't even know he liked girls like that. Don't turn around.
Well, what do you want me to do?
I don't know. Act like we're gonna have sex later.
You act like you're gonna have sex.
Be sexual. Do you want me to have to figure this out for you? Figure it out.
Hey, Jess.
Hey, Damon. It's great to see you moved on already after only 2.5 months of not dating.
3.5 months, actually. But,
Hi, I'm Heather.
I'm sure you are.
What's that supposed to mean?
You tell me.
yeah, we're gonna go eat outside, but, nice to see you, Jess, honestly.
Wish I could say the same to you, but I can't because you broke my heart into a million little pieces.
So we get a very good look right out of the gate as to the type of character that Jessica James is. She is funny, little, not what's the word when you're like
Bitter? No, I'm kidding.
I mean, a little, yeah,
She was a little bitter.
She was a little bitter. Not moronic, not ironic. What the fuck is the word?
Quirky.
Neurotic?
Neurotic. Yes, thank you.
Not ironic. Not ironic.
It's one of those words. She's a little neurotic.
Definitely.
But just a good person at heart,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I find that sequence funny just because, like, that's kind of what you do when you break up with someone. Like,
Wait, what?
you stalk them a little bit,
No.
and you
No, don't do that.
You wanna show them that you gonna be all right.
Is this what you did? You show up to the same places they went to?
We get an opening titles. And on the opening titles, we get
You're a psychopath.
we get a dance montage.
She's adorable.
Yeah, like this is just a more character building. It felt a little bit like padding, but
They only had an hour and 23 minutes. They were like, bitch, dance for like 3 minutes. Come on. We gotta get over that 120 for threshold. Come on. You're laughing at us.
but it's very cute. We cut to her, and we see that she teaches theater to at-risk youth. I don't know if they're at-risk youth.
I think they're just youth.
Yeah, they're just youth
Why they gotta be at risk? Because they black?
because they're black and Hispanic.
Oh, they probably
Because
at
ain't
risk.
no white people there. That's why. That's why
Yeah,
they're
they probably
at
at risk. You're right.
risk.
Poor brown kids.
Next scene, we see Jessica receive a. So Jessica wants to be a writer, and we see her pull the mail out, and she looks at the mail, and it's another rejection letter from a theater company,
Right.
and she has a wall of motivation, and on her wall of motivation, she puts up a bunch of all of her rejection letters.
That's a little sad.
That's very sad. I could never do that.
No, I don't need the rejection staring me directly in my face.
Right.
Come on now.
That's not cool, man. So she's a struggling playwright, and as such, she has a couple of odd jobs. One of those odd jobs is waitressing. And one of her friends, Tasha, tells her that she kind of needs to get over this thing, this hang up, from a previous relationship with Damon, played by Lakeith Stanfield. Tasha is her lesbian friend, and she's funny.
She really likes to masturbate.
She really likes to masturbate a lot.
Yeah, like that is the thing that we learned about her
Yeah.
over and over again.
I don't know if it's true. I like, do you think women have different vibrators for different occasions?
Yeah, like,
Or does one get it done?
No, I gotta assume you've got that like break glass in case of emergency situation. You're like, I got a Wednesday, I'm feeling a little sensitive today. Sometimes you just want the power driver. Like, I don't know.
I mean,
Terrence.
I know women that have vibrators in their purse.
in their purse?
Mhm.
Oh, well, all right.
Gotta
Gotta
be-
use it whenever. Like, gotta.
like the magic bullet, or like
Like a bullet.
not like the hold on a second, I gotta take this
like a
thing.
fucking
Not a
Mjolnir.
a fucking proton pack you pull out.
It's got a fucking start
I
pedal.
like a magic bullet.
In the purse, huh? You think they do that at work?
Probably.
So it's not weird?
I would argue that it is
I
weird.
feel like, considering like
I would argue
honestly, considering that like women's bathrooms are absolutely filthy in public, yeah, it is weird.
Well,
I
maybe
wouldn't
they
do
have
that.
maybe they have a stressful job working at the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. They need a little bit of time to fucking decompress. I ain't mad at you, ladies.
Yeah, I'm not mad at you
Hey,
at all.
Keep that silver
Like,
bullet in your purse.
silver bullet. What are they, werewolves?
I mean, you do what you got to do, right?
Yeah, look, that's not a judgment. That's not a
And
judgment.
not a judgment at all.
That's really funny. And
Yeah,
gross. Micah.
It's not weird.
Her friend Tasha tells her that she needs to go on a date and that she knows a guy. He was married, but is now divorced and is around their age. And Jessica doesn't know if she wants to be this guy's rebound.
Yeah, even though also he would be her.
Yeah,
Like,
Right.
I thought that was kind of
So Tasha asks Jessica what she wants, and Jessica can't answer.
There's a lot of analogies in this movie, Micah.
I'm just saying, man. I know.
Have you lived a similar life?
I know people like that. Well, yeah. Ask them a question, and they just, I don't know. Like, really? You don't know what you signed up for when you said yes? Okay. We cut to
this movie should be called Triggered, the Micah story.
Oh shit!
Oh my god!
I'm not talking about my wife, folks.
No, he's not.
Just to put that out there right now. I know she's got friends that listen.
Yeah, then she'd be like, "Oh, girl, you hear what he said?" No, not her. No, she's a reasonable adult. That's the difference.
Yes. We cut to a flashback of Jessica in bed with her ex Damon, and this is the first hint that you get in this flashback that this movie has cutaway gags like Family Guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does.
So in this
is a good scene for many reasons. But go ahead.
in this flashback, you see the two of them laying in bed along with Jessica's cleavage, and
it was very lovely.
Sorry.
I mean, it is. It is.
it's
guys. I don't know what to tell you. She's really pretty.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is to show that cutaway gags are in this movie, which is will be talked about later.
Yeah. One of which I was like, I did not see coming at all. I was like, what the fuck?
We cut to Jessica's date with Tasha's friend. Her friend's name we later find out is Boone, played by Chris O'Dowd, most famously of the IT Crowd, which is a really funny show. You should watch it. It's on Netflix. And,
Isn't he in the MCU now too?
as what?
Yeah, he wasn't he a character in one of the movies?
I
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure I'll love to look it up. I'm pretty sure he is.
This date is the meet cute.
Yeah.
And for those of you that don't know what a meet cute is in a romantic comedy, a meet cute is where the star of the movie first meets the person that they are destined to be with at the end of the movie. And for some reason, they call it a meet cute. I don't know why they call it a meet cute.
I don't know this. By the way, he was in Thor: The Dark World. Yeah.
As what?
He was having dinner. He played a character named Richard. He was having dinner with
Natalie Portman's character?
I think so, yeah.
Yo, how the hell is this ugly dude getting roles where he's dating these fine ass women?
Because he's funny. Because that scene is funny. Like, that's it.
All right.
Chris O'Dowd putting it down.
I guess so.
Yeah, it's funny what he said at the end of the day.
Oh, yo. All right, we'll get there. Yeah.
Have me roll it. I'm like,
shoot shot.
yeah, right.
So this date is very awkward, but
This is not going well for them.
it is not going well. Partly because Jessica doesn't, in my opinion, doesn't want it to go well.
Yeah. Like, he's perfectly fine, but she's just kind
She's
of being
sabotaging it.
Yeah, she's just kind of being slightly obnoxious.
Yeah. Don't do that. Not if you just don't go on a date.
Yeah, like, if you just didn't want to go, just
Like,
don't go. Right.
I just don't understand what.
Okay, here's my
do.
question before we move on. What is the worst date you've ever been on? I'll go first while you guys think about this. I went out with, this is before I met my wife, I went out with a lawyer. And, Mike, I know you know this story. I went out with this lawyer, and she was such a massive nerd that it was a turnoff to me. I was like, wow, do you leave the house to do anything besides watch Star Trek? Holy shit. And then...
Oh, she was an old school nerd, too. She's like a big Star Trek fan.
Yeah, like, it was not cool. Which I realized, I was like, I don't need that. I'm enough of a nerd myself. Like, I don't need someone who's a mirror copy of me. That's weird to me. I was like, ugh, is that what you people are like? But then she pissed me off. One, she was really boring. And then we went on the date and we were talking, and Watchmen had just come out in theaters. Watchmen was 3 hours long. And I was like, oh, yeah. She was like, oh, I haven't seen it yet. Is it any good? I said, yeah, it's really good. I liked it. But you should read the book. And she was like, oh, yeah. I was like, but you should definitely read the book before seeing it. She was like, okay. And at the end, after we finished dinner, she was like, oh, do you want to go see Watchmen? I was like, you should probably read the book before you see it. And she was like, no, it's okay. It's okay. Like, let's just go. And so we go. We watch a 3-hour movie. And like an hour and a half into the movie, she looks over at me and she's like, I'm not really enjoying this. And I was like, you want to leave? She's like, no, I guess we could just stay. I was like, okay. And we got out of the movies. It was 3 hours long. Instead of, talking, getting to know each other for 3 fucking hours when we saw this movie, we get out and she was like, yeah, I didn't really like it. And I looked at her and I was like, because I thought to myself, well, I'm never going to sleep with this woman. So I might as well just be honest right off the top. And I was like, you should have watched. I said, you should have read the fucking book, like I said. And I just literally walked the fuck away. I said, those are my exact words, by the way. You should have read the fucking book, like I said. End quote. And then I walked around the corner. I deleted her number from my phone, and I never heard from her again.
Yo, what the fuck?
I was so mad. Not because she didn't read the book, but because she made me sit through a movie for 3 hours and she didn't understand. Because I already told you wouldn't fucking get it. Read the fucking book. I already told you. I tried to tell you. Just 3 hours. We could have got to know each other. But fuck you. The conversation was gone.
I think you did get to know her within that 3 hours.
Yeah, I think I did. She's fucking hard-headed. I tried to mansplain to her what she should be seeing and not seeing. She wouldn't listen. Terrence, can you beat that?
Shit.
No.
Damn it.
Like, no. I wouldn't. I'd just be like, no.
Nah.
I don't need
Star
to do this
Trek.
again.
That is a Terrence response.
Yeah, I don't want to watch.
What about you, Micah? You
trying to think.
you had a couple of doozies.
I think
Yeah, I'm cheap.
I don't
If it don't work out, whatever.
and see that's my problem is that I'm not cheap.
Yeah, you go too fucking overboard.
Right.
Yeah.
I go too far.
Psycho.
You idiot.
I go too far, and then it's like usually the dates are okay. It's just that the women are not okay. there was this one woman that she was okay. She was nice, but I knew it wouldn't work out. So I canceled dinner plans and said, hey, let's just walk around downtown Baltimore. And we walked around to all these nice places to eat. But then I said, well, let me just, because I'm not trying to get burnt again by that, like that apple-headed bitch. Like, I'm not trying to get burnt again by her. So, because I spent a lot of money on that fucking date, yo.
Yeah, you spent over $100.
Like $150
on a first date?
Yeah, like a dummy.
Yeah, no.
Don't do that.
No. I'm not saying you got to spend a nickel and a half, but goddamn, bounds a reason.
And
you get a blowjob,
right?
Not that she owed you. That's not my implication. I'm just saying $150. She probably owes you. I'm kidding.
So I just canceled dinner plans and I sat down. We sat on top of Federal Hill and we just talked. And I'm like, I don't know if this is gonna work out, because she was asking like, I'm not a talker, right? So I surround myself with fucking motor mouth, right?
I'm just waiting to cut in right now.
because that's what people do who don't talk, right? But she wasn't a talker either. So we're just fucking sitting there looking at nothing. And I'm trying, guys. I'm trying, right? I'm really trying to.
This is her on the
right? Like, and we're just sitting there looking at each other. So I'm like, all right, well, this shall not pass.
But your wife's pretty talkative.
Of course, she has to be.
Somebody's got to do.
She's very talkative, and she's got like a ton of acquaintances and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Nah. You know the people I know. You hear them every week. That's it.
That's true.
Those are all the people I know.
A bunch of blowhards. I have one more. I have one more great date story. I went out with this girl. She was originally from Tennessee, which like I'm not really like the Southern accent's not really like my thing. It like totally worked for her. I was like, okay. We went out. We met for like brunch or something. Had brunch, like totally hit it off. It was like really great. And we're like, and so I said I had this plan. I was like, there's this like play, I was trying to show like that I have some level of an artistic side. Bullshit. I do now because my wife's a nurse, but back then I was like, this will impress the chicks, So I was like, all right, cool. We'll go see this play. So had brunch, hit it off. We were supposed to meet up later on to then go to this play that night. Well, we go to the play, and I can't believe this fucking happened. We go to the play, and the play was canceled. And in its place was apparently a sexual awareness play of some sort, right? It was supposed to be some like, a play about like, like Crooklyn, the play or something, something like that. But instead it was like AIDS Awareness Week, And so this play was about that, or this like series of poets and all this other shit. And so we were just like, all right, well, let's just stay. Well, this is our first date. So to make it super awkward, they gave out bags of condoms and bags of finger condoms and all this other shit. Like, because, you're apparently not supposed to finger bang a chick without a condom. I didn't know that. That was not my experience in life, but okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that just doesn't make sense to me.
What
the fuck is the point?
You getting everything, and I'm like, I got a plastic bag over my hand. Get the fuck out of here. I need to feel the juices run down. That was terrible. But so yeah, we had this first date, and we got along. Like we went out a couple more times. It just didn't work out. But literally, we both left with like a brown paper bag full of just like condoms and lube and all this shit. First date. It was like, well, this is awkward. I'm like, hey, you want to try them out? Or?
Like, I mean,
you can't let these things go to waste.
Right.
I've got
there's an
50
expiration
of
date
them.
on.
Like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was funny. It was certainly an awkward moment, but we both laughed about it.
I don't have too many. Like I don't talk to a lot of women. But like when I do and they spark, like I'm not a talker, just like you.
Right.
But when they do,
That's why I'm here, I guess.
yeah, I can be incredibly personable, and like whatever the conversation is, I can fake it, even if I don't give a fuck. So I never have a problem with a date. It's just like whatever the conversation is. If I don't like it, I just don't call you back. Like if I'm not interested, I'm just like, well, that didn't fucking work out. Like it'll seem like we really hit it off, but then I'm like, she's stupid. And that's happened a couple times. Like, I'm not trying to say I'm not.
Yo, Terrence, you are a hilarious character, dude. Like that's fucking funny. Like, sorry.
Like I am who I am. I don't change, man.
No, that part is very true. You are definitely who you
like
are.
I don't. Like it's
That
literally.
that is not something I have ever thought about Terrence. Like, is he being genuine? No, I've never thought that. Like, yes, of course he is.
And it's not me thinking highly of myself. I'm just like, yeah, if I can't hold a conversation that I'm interested in with you, I'm just like, thumbs down. That's it.
It's valid.
That's all there is to it. And if there is, then we can go from there.
There you go. Please continue.
So at the end of this date, they're walking back, and and I forget what she says.
Well,
but-
they're having a bout of honesty, like back and forth.
Yeah. And because honesty is very important to Jessica, and I forget what she says, but it prompts Chris O'Dowd to say, "Well, I'm very good at cunnilingus."
Her prompt wasn't a prompt. It was like, I'm going this way. I didn't have that great of a time, and he was just like, I ate your pussy. Like,
Right.
Like it was random as fuck, dude.
My wife, who is incredibly intelligent, she is one of the smartest people I know. She's also one of the sweetest people I've ever met in my entire life.
Where is this going?
When Chris O'Dowd said, "I'm very good at cunnilingus," I started laughing, and she says, "What's cunnilingus?" I said, "Pussy eating." She's like, "Oh."
That's fucking
Like,
hilarious.
that's the medical term. For
Oh, she didn't. Really?
Yeah, she didn't know. She's from Florida, guys. Apparently, cunnilingus is too many syllables. Pussy eating. Not ing. Eating.
I-N.
That's fucking funny.
That's what they do in the middle of Florida, guys.
By the way, how it was set up was Jessica Williams saying, You're funny. And he goes, "Thanks, you're funny too." And she was like, "No, you're really funny. I'm gonna cut on Lingus." That was it. Like, it was just random as fuck. I burst out laughing. I was like, what the
That
fuck?
shit was fucking hilarious.
And she was just like, "Which way do we go?"
Yeah, she was like, "Well, that's good to know." He was like, "Yeah, so which way do we go now?" He was like, "My apartment is that way."
So they spend the night together. No penetration, but all cunnilingus all the time.
I do think it's kind of funny. Like, dude has passed the fuck out from he ate pussy till he couldn't eat it anymore.
He got the itis.
Yeah. That shit was fucking hilarious, dude. I was like, she's awake and he's knocked the fuck out. Like, that was just funny to me.
So she didn't return the favor?
She said later on that they did everything but
Oh
penetration.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, everything but penetration.
Good for you.
So later on, we see Jessica trying to write, and she goes to her window because she hears something, and she sees her ex, Damon, standing on a ledge. This is where I noticed that Lakeith Stanfield is really skinny, guys.
Yeah, he's really thin. Wind come blow his ass right off of him.
And this is a funny scene. She's like, "Hey, what are you doing? You get off the ledge." And he's like, well, I just, I needed to get your attention. And she's like, I still love you and I'm going to jump. He's like, and she's like, "I live on the second floor."
Right.
Like, what are you going to do? And
I'm just gonna fuck your knees up. That's it.
and eventually, they begin to get some sort of closure. but then she says something and he slips and he falls. And he falls all, 4 feet. And you see him laid out on the concrete while some bystanders just walks over top of him.
Yeah.
Because New York.
You're right. And when I watched it, I literally was like, "Oh, that's New York right there." But that was just a gag, right? Like,
turns out that was just a dream.
Okay, that's right.
That was a cutaway. Next thing we see Jessica and Tasha go out to a club, and Tasha, her friend, is like, "Hey, a lot of people asking about your status." I was like, "What?" And then I see there's a bunch of women in the club. Oh, it's a lesbian club. All right.
The one thing I like about this is here she is dancing, like having a good time. It doesn't match the music that's playing at all. Like the music inside the movie versus the score is completely different. It's just a hilarious moment.
Is this something that, in your experience, women do? Like
go to lesbian clubs?
Yeah, like straight women go to lesbian clubs. And have you ever been to a gay club? Like guys don't do that, do they?
I have been to one for someone's birthday that I knew.
Huh.
A gay man. And I got hit on a lot. I was okay with it. I was like, that's cool. I mean, I'm not going to fuck any of you, or be fucked by any of you, but, it's cool. Like, it was flattering. Felt good, I guess. Well, I know a lot of women. We're clearly talking about something we don't know much about, but yeah. I think a lot of women go to gay clubs, maybe not lesbian bars, but like gay do clubs, because then they can just dance and not have a bunch of creep show dudes like up on them.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. I mean, going back to our preview episode a couple of weeks ago, like just to get away from us.
Yeah.
I'll go dance with people who have no desire to stick their penis in me at all, just to get away from you niggas for fucking 2 hours because you're dirtbags. That's how bad it is. Guys are never like, yo, I gotta go to a gay club to get away from these bitches driving me crazy. Like, that's not a thing. You go to sports bars.
Yeah.
Yell about basketball or whatever.
So she's back at her friend's place, and this is where she tells her that she slept with Boone, but didn't really sleep with Boone. Just did everything else. She was like, I don't know if I like dudes anymore. And her friend, the lesbian, she's like, well, let me know if you want to act on that.
Yeah. You ready?
I'm ready. She was like, let's go.
I'd have jumped on that shit too. Like, fine as shit. Yo.
But like the transition happens tonight. Now put on this flannel shirt and let's do this.
We cut to Jessica teaching the kids some more improv, I guess. She's I guess trying to teach them how to like embody characters that they're writing. Yeah.
Because they're young playwrights.
Yeah. And there is a writer's weekend coming up. And one of the kids, Chandra, tells Jessica that she can't make it. So Jessica, being the, good teacher and all, decides to confront the mom. I wouldn't do this, but then again, I don't have that teacher mentality.
No, I can see my wife doing this. But the way that Jessica goes about it is a little obnoxious. Like, why can't she come? And it's like, none of your goddamn business.
Right.
That's like, no, seriously. I'm asking, like, yeah, I heard you seriously. Fuck off. But Jessica acts like a little child in a way. About this. And so you basically come to find out it's because she splits time with her dad. So she was like, look, they're supposed to go to Six Flags that weekend. So
she's like, that's the dumbest excuse. I was like, bitch, what?
Yeah.
You ever been to Six Flags? Shit is fun.
Is it?
It's fun. You don't ride roller coasters because you're
not anymore.
Yeah,
I used to. Yeah, but you won't go see it. So.
I'll see it. I mean, I will eventually. Inside my house when it's daylight. Fuck those clowns. Also, this is a scene where you can see how tall Jessica Williams is compared to everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's fucking huge.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't have a problem with it. I don't mind tall women or short women.
So Jessica takes it upon herself to call Chandra's dad to ask for permission, and she leaves a voicemail. Immediately, Boone calls her because
Yo, this scene is fucking hilarious.
he's like, yo, that tasted really good. And I want to know if I can have some more.
Right.
She was like, is this a booty call? He's like, well, remember you stayed at my place and
That's a pretty good impression, actually.
I ate you out for hours and hours and hours. I want to do it again. I mean, I might be paraphrasing, but
That was basically it.
right. And she calls him out on it because she's super honest. She's like, is this a booty call? It's like, yeah, it's a booty call. So she's like, all right, but you got to come to my hood, for a walk, for a date, so to speak.
Nah.
And I forget where she says she lives
She's
at.
in Bushwick. She was like deep in Bushwick.
Bushwick. What is Bushwick? Can you give a non-New Yorker any relation as to what Bushwick is?
Bushwick is West Baltimore. Not the good part.
Like The Wire, West Baltimore?
Not that bad, but
Not that great either.
not the greatest.
On your way there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It actually, this scenario actually kind of reminded me of that Bill Burr joke he used to tell like way back in the day, where he was like, I'm dating this black chick, and she's like, oh, just come up to my house in in New York. And he's like, oh yeah, what's your address? And it was like 125th Street. He was like, as I started walking, as the numbers got higher and higher, he's like, I just felt a tightness in my chest. He was like, I got to a point where I couldn't even see any more white people behind me. It's like just over the horizon. So yeah, that's about right. Yeah, Bushwick is not in a good area. But one of the funny parts of this scene is when Boone is on the phone with her, you come to find out he's spying on his ex-wife and her boyfriend. And when they see him in the window, he falls into these trash cans.
Trash cans. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
She's like, are you all right? He's like, huh? What? Huh? No. The trash cans fall on your end?
What? I burst out laughing. That shit was funny, dude. Like, he's got the perfect amount of like funny awkwardness in this role.
Yeah, he does. So eventually they do go for a walk in Jessica's neighborhood, and they wait until the dead of fucking night to do it.
No. Absolutely not.
And Boone and Jessica talk about their exes. And they come to, and because, they're still fresh out of their relationships or whatever. And they agree to both unfollow their exes, but to follow each other's exes to keep tabs on them and to spy on them.
You doing that?
Am I
Did you okay. Did you or do you follow your ex on social media?
I follow your ex on social media.
I follow my ex on social media because she friended me.
Yeah, she friended me. Like, really?
She ain't got no black friends. She was like, I need a little bit of pepper in this sea of mayonnaise.
I gotta diversify this.
Hey, this shit is getting white. God damn.
No, I remember unfollowing my ex.
I did that shit with the quickness.
Yeah, because fuck you. Like, you don't do that to me. And then, like, fuck that. Like, why would you want to follow them?
Yeah, no, that's weird. That's weird.
It's
Do you follow any exes on social media?
Not like to stalk or nothing like that, but we just be friends on social media.
Yeah.
You ever click on the
So you did this. Go ahead.
I'm just asking for a friend.
Yeah, exactly.
If you ever go into their profile just to check up on them to make sure that they're not having a good life, and and click on the person that they are in a relationship with to make yourself feel better.
No, I don't care that much. I really don't.
I used to care that much.
Yeah, I get that. I never did, just because I knew the person. So I was like, I don't give a fuck. This person's a loser. I already knew that. I don't need Mark Zuckerberg to let me know. I'm good. I know IRL. But yeah, I've seen the person that your friend is possibly referencing. Hey, you're good. You won.
I know.
In the contest of life, bitch, I won. And that's what life is about, right? It's just holding your life above others.
I mean,
yeah.
How else are you to compare how well you are doing?
Yeah.
It's like Usain Bolt, right? He was so fast, no one was around him, that he didn't know how fast he was actually going.
He had to slow down.
He had to slow down. Or he wasn't going at his optimal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You need to be able to look back and laugh at people behind you, is what I'm saying. I can't wait to go to this reunion.
That's all I'm saying, dude. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, shit.
Look, you can't wait. I can't wait.
Jessica receives another rejection letter, but she is excited because this rejection letter is not a form letter. It is a letter that someone actually wrote, like they personalized. So a person actually looked at Jessica's work and said, hey, this is not
good
for us, but, keep at it and maybe next time.
Right. It's encouraging.
It is encouraging. It's if you are going to be rejected, you want to be rejected that way.
Right.
So the next day we see Jessica walking, and she runs into Damon, and Damon confronts her about unfollowing him.
Okay. So we have that clip. So we'll play that and come right back.
What are you doing here?
You unfollowed me.
Wow, that was fast. How did you know?
I only have 70 followers on Instagram and Twitter combined, so...
Yeah, you are not good at social media.
I make phone cases, all right? I don't have clever, witty ideas that I would like to share with the world like everybody else. I just don't understand why you unfollowed me.
Well, Damon, it's not like we're together anymore.
So what, that means we can't be friends on Facebook?
No, I don't think we can. No, we cannot.
I don't get it. I don't get it how 1 minute we can be in love and the next minute we're less than strangers.
What, you're asking me?
Yes, I'm asking you.
I don't know. I guess I just didn't think it would be that big of a deal.
Really? You unfollowed me.
I guess secretly I kind of hoped that you would notice, but I didn't want you to get all bent out of shape
like
about
deep
it.
down, you wish we never would have met.
I guess I kind of wish we hadn't met.
No, don't do that. Don't negate everything we had just because you don't like the way it ended.
Well, why not?
Because it was good.
And then it wasn't.
Well, why do you think that is?
I don't know. You tell me.
Oh, wow. You act so... You don't realize how frustrating it is, how stubborn and hard-headed you are sometimes.
I am not stubborn.
Okay, do you want me to explain to you why it ended?
Yeah, that would be most excellent if you could.
Okay. It ended because you...
What?
I was like, oh shit, fucking piano fell on that nigga.
I was like, wait, what? That was funny. It was a good cutaway. I enjoyed that.
It was a very good cutaway. And this is how cutaways are supposed to work, right? These cutaways are not just gags. These cutaways are commentaries or visual representations of her psyche.
Right, exactly.
And that is what makes them good. And that is what makes them funny. She is having these conversations in her head because she doesn't know why the relationship broke up, and she doesn't know. She's confronting the things that she knows about herself. She knows that she's stubborn. No, I'm not stubborn.
Yeah, you are.
Seth
MacFarlane could learn a lot from this.
So yeah, these things are really good and they're really funny, and I find them very, very interesting. And there's another one that we'll play later because I think they're some of the best parts of the movie.
I agree with that, actually.
We cut to Jessica teaching the kids, and she's got Tasha there to help her, and they're playing a little improv game where you say something and then someone else says and I, or
Or
also,
they say yes and.
Yes,
and then they add on.
to continue the improv game. Like I get improv. I just don't find it funny at all.
No, people who do improv comedy are some of the least funny people I've ever met in my entire fucking life. They are. They are. Sorry. Write a joke. No, I just come up with stuff on top of my head. Can you?
Yeah,
Why don't you just let go of that idea?
Most people aren't that funny that they can just come up with stuff off the top of their head.
Yeah, they're not us.
They're not us. I mean,
Yeah, but if you asked me to be like, whose line is it anyway type of shit, I probably wouldn't be nearly as, like, I don't think any of us would be nearly as funny.
No, not at all.
No, but if you just like having a conversation, I could be funny in a conversation.
Right. Because, personality and whatnot.
Yeah. But when you don't have one, you need prompts, and then you still suck at it. Again, let go of the idea. Just stop it. Anyway.
Boone calls Jessica.
What? You guys are so weird. Anyway.
Boone calls Jessica to ask her out on a real date. And while Boone is talking to Jessica, he is in his usual stalker position outside of his ex-wife, whose name is Mandy Moore.
Yeah, it's weird. But I'm like, what? Like my ex-wife is named Mandy Moore. Really? Not that Mandy Moore. Calm down.
He's sitting out there, and I guess this is the only time he has the courage to ask her to try and move on with his life. Like, it's his way of sticking it to her. Like, yeah, you see, bitch, I'm gonna be all right. I'm on the phone with some pussy right now.
You know how much I ate it last night? It was amazing.
He is eventually confronted by his ex wife's now new boyfriend.
Yo, this scene was fucking bonkers. His response to him is hilarious to me.
Because he's so annoyingly nice, right? Like, he's
like, hey, man, the fuck you doing out here, dog?
He's like, I just want to let you know that Mandy Moore still has a really strong feelings for you. Like she still loves you, man. He's just like, fuck off, man. I don't want to hear that shit.
So she still has strong feelings for you. Did she say that?
Did she say that?
Yeah. That shit is funny. And then he goes, hey, man, my name is like, what he was like, I don't go fuck what your name is. Like God damn.
No, like, he goes, nah, I know how it feels. I just got a divorce recently myself. He's like, oh, did you? I don't fucking care. Like, God damn.
Kick rocks, nigga. It is funny. It's like a nice guy off, like two nice guys really trying to be badasses in that moment. Like you're not.
Oh shit.
Or what is he says, like, we saw you circling the block, so I came down here to see if he's like literally comes outside to have him come up so they could all talk, not to be like, dude, get out of our neighborhood. It's like, no, just we want to talk and or whatever. He's like, no, I was on the phone and I was just like, I was walking and I'm just walking around here. I was just on the phone. I don't care about this neighborhood. Like, okay, all right, dude. That shit was just funny to me.
So
he's like, I'm not going to tell her any of that.
Oh yeah,
you tell Mandy that such and such and so on and so forth. Like, yeah, I'm not going to tell her any of that. that's like one of my responses. I'm like, no,
nah, bro.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Jessica tells.
I'm on the phone with a wonderful playwright from Ohio. I'm not going to tell her any of that.
Jessica, the wonderful playwright from Ohio, tells Boone that she's going back to Ohio to visit family, and that maybe they can do that date when she gets back. She stops off to pick up a jumpsuit, and then is off to Ohio.
Yeah, I would blow my brains out if I had to go back into that environment. Holy shit! When she actually go ahead, because I'll stop you at the point, because it's really.
I mean, look, we're right here. She goes home, and her sister, who is having a baby, is super duper excited to see her.
She is like hella pregnant,
and she is hella pregnant, and they're having a baby shower. And she's like, "Oh, my big sister's here. What are you wearing?"
Yo, that scene was fucked up. She's like, "You're not gonna wear that tonight, are you?" She's like, "No."
She's like, "No, I just bought this for the plane. That's it. I just bought this entire outfit just to wear on the plane, and I'll change into whatever you want me to change into."
I mean, in fairness, you look like a gas station attendant. Like, you're adorable, and I love you, but like, nah, I'd be like, you need to go put something else. This ain't New York. You don't get to dress like a fucking weirdo everywhere you go because everyone else is dressed like weirdos, so it doesn't count. But the funny part of this scene is when they have the the baby shower. My wife goes, "Yeah, that's me." Like, because like her family like in the Midwest, they're like this, right? Not black, obviously, but they're they're like really traditional, right? Like, oh, let's play the little games, and like she has a couple friends who do these kind of things, and she's just like, ugh. Like, no, so, like my wife would never be caught dead doing these like parlor games and all this other stuff. Like we literally went to friends of ours who had, when I first met them, my wife and I were first dating, they had a party, and the woman was pregnant, and she was like super like crazy pregnant, like I don't know, that baby's like arm was on the way out, right? Like crazy pregnant. When I met her at the door, she had a bottle of Johnny Walker and another bottle of vodka, and she was like, "Which one do you want?" Like, that was how they party. Like, she wasn't drinking, obviously, but like they like had good like just parties, like regular fucking parties, like whatever. Who gives a shit? Playing soca music and all this wild shit. Like, this is like Midwest and it's great. And it's like, put a gun in my mouth. I would rather. Ugh, it's awful. Absolutely terrible.
It is painfully obvious that Jessica does not want to be there. She is, she comes down and talks to her mom, and her mom, is talking with a neighbor friend or whatever. And she does the mom thing of parading around her child. And it's like, "Hey, look, Jessica's from New York. Hey, Jessica, Mrs. White Lady over here is getting ready to
Mrs.
go
53%
is getting ready to go to New York. Maybe you could recommend a play for her to see." And she's just like, "Well, have you heard of this, that, and the other?" And she's like, "Oh no, I don't think I've heard of that." "Well, I hear the Cats is opening up, so go watch that."
Well, she was like, "Oh, is there anything good to watch?" And she goes, "Well, the state of theater right now is really really sad, and there's a lot of problems or whatever." And her mom gives her, even though her mom is from the Midwest, she gives her that black ass mom look like, "Bitch, you better get it together." And she's like, "Well,
but answer this goddamn white woman."
Yeah, it's like Cats and Jersey Boys is good, I guess. I don't know, nigga. I don't watch that shit. Out of here. I'm an artist.
They are
She looks really good in the scene, by the way.
They are
like really good
doing something that I did not know was a thing, but apparently it is a thing.
Yes, this is the thing that bothers my wife to no end.
Yeah, because it's fucking gross. It is the grossest idea for a game ever. Apparently, at baby showers, you take diapers and you put shit in them, and then you eat it and pretend it's poop.
Yeah, you put like a chocolate bar in it. And you
you put a chocolate bar in it and pretend it's poop, not real shit, and pretend it's poop. But yeah, like, it's gross. Like, did you see this, or did you turn it off?
I didn't see this part.
Yeah, it's fucking gross.
What?
Yeah, it's a parlor game. See, like, it's melted.
Yo, that's fucking disgusting, yo. Why would you do that? Why the fuck would you do that? That's not fucking cute. It's not funny. That's unsanitary. First of all, that's not.
It's just an incredibly gross.
I don't understand the point of it. I don't understand.
Why the fuck would you do that? Yo,
just hearing your reaction in real time was hilarious. It's like, wait, what?
Yo, that's fucking nasty, yo.
It is, and it's common. Like, that's a common game.
That's just a regular ass game.
Why?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't get it. It's supposed to be funny?
Yeah.
It's not.
Not to you.
Eating shit is not funny. Yo, like, come on. Yeah, that's fucking
It's a
nasty,
scatological game. You can play at home.
The scat humor
Yo.
falls on deaf ears when it comes to
Yeah, apparently. It's probably for the best.
Yo, that's fucking disgusting, man. Like, that's really good. That's gross.
Yeah. No, it is.
What?
they exchange
Lord.
gifts, and Jessica's gift to her sister is the ABCs of subverting the patriarchal paradigm.
My wife has given almost this exact book.
Really?
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Were the reactions the same?
No, because she was around like liberal women, but
Oh, she wasn't around her family.
not that side of her family. Her Indian side would be like, yeah, that's cool. Like they wouldn't give a fuck. Her brother would be like, thumbs up. Like, yeah, he would be.
And yeah, this was a homemade book, and she opens to the page with the letter P, and P is for Peaches, and Peaches is a singer, performer, and she has a drawing of Peaches with a big blue strap on. sitting on top of a motorcycle.
That shit is fucking hilarious. Her sister's face is like, what
is going on?
That conversation she has with this woman afterwards, it might be one of the funniest things I've ever heard.
She's like, it's never too soon. It's like, never too soon for what? Says the stupid woman. She's like, to start questioning the system. You know, what system? Like the whole,
system we're all a part of.
Yeah, the system that we're a prisoner to. I'm not a prisoner of any system.
It was just like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Right. And she's just like, you just pretended to eat poop out of a diaper. So.
Right. That was her exact comment. Like, bitch, that's what you just did.
Yo, that's disgusting.
Oh, man.
Is it?
Like it. Who the fuck came up with that idea? Who was the first person? Let's pretend there's shit and we're going to eat it out of a fucking baby's diaper.
All right, do me a favor. Do like this, and then do like this.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, there's no way. But why?
There was no way a black woman came up with that.
Why are these black people fucking continuing that bullshit?
Because they live in Ohio and they trapped in the system. This is the sunken
they're
place.
All prisoner to.
This is a sunken place, yo. This is it. This is what happens. You're stuck there.
Back in New York, Jessica and Boone go on their date. Boone, dating sees this black woman and automatically thinks that, oh, well, she must know how to roller skate.
Yo, this is funny. This shit is funny.
And she's like, no, why would I? I'm 6 feet tall. Like, why the fuck would I put wheels on me?
Yeah, like, what are you, an insane person? She's terrible at roller skating. And
y'all know how to roller skate?
Nope. Also terrible at it.
I don't know how to roller skate.
I am. You want to hear something really pretentious? I'm not good at. Go fuck yourself.
You said it.
Yeah. No, because you made a face of like, this isn't surprising.
Do you want to hear something really pretentious?
I mean,
how did you think?
Is it a day of the week?
Of course.
Is it Sunday? Yeah.
I am better at ice skating than I am at roller skating. And I'm not that great at ice skating, but I am better at it than roller skating.
For some reason, my wife wants me to go ice skating.
Yeah, it's a couples thing.
I want to go ice skating.
You've never been?
I can rollerblade. I can roller skate.
Oh, if you can
rollerblade,
if you can rollerblade, you can ice skate. I can't. I've never tried rollerblading, but it seems incredibly dangerous to me because all it does is take my fear of roller skating and then put them in a row of 4 death options. Like no roller skating, dude. I have had some epic falls. Roller skating.
How do you brake on a roller skate? Like the brake is in front of you. So what?
You're Michael Jackson.
Nah, yo, that's a recipe for tumbling over, man.
And that is what's happened to me. It's like,
you don't use both feet to do it. You one, you slide.
Why couldn't they put Why couldn't they put the brake on the heel?
Nah, fam, we can't do that.
God damn. I need to learn how to roller skate. I feel less black because I don't know how to roller skate.
Every time I'm invited to a roller skating party, I choose not to go. Like
I
you
haven't
can
been invited to one in
guarantee.
years, but I can roller skate.
Nothing, dude,
I can't do backwards and shit like that. But
dude. Nothing makes me angrier when I see like some old ass fucking couple out there hand dancing on skates back. I'm like, nigga, fuck you, yo.
Right.
I can't even go forward properly. Y'all motherfuckers slow jamming
Y'all
back.
doing
I'm
like
like, come on.
step back, side to side. Like, fuck you, yo.
Yeah, like dancing. I'm like, yo, come
like
on,
zigzagging and shit, like 1 foot going back. I'm like, how the fuck? I can't do. I have no clue how to roller skate.
Doing a fucking slalom on the goddamn ice roller skating rink. Get out of here.
I used to think that like guys who could like skate that well, like the like backwards and all that. I was like, when I was a kid, like at shake and bake and shit like that, I used to be like, yo, that is the coolest nigga on earth. Like that dude, whoever that guy is the coolest dude on earth. Because every woman was like, yo, this dude is the shit. Yeah. Like that's how weird like being a kid is. You're like, this guy must get all the pussy. Like he must. And he probably did. The roller skate guy. Cleaning your windows at a gas station now. But he's got that one thing he can do.
Serving you food at a Sonic.
Right. Yeah. Go backwards now, nigga. Do it. Again, life is about standing above people, not with them.
That was terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no argument.
Just so you, at least you know.
After
How could I not?
After roller skating, the two of them just sit in a park and talk. And Jessica confesses that she isn't the success that she made herself out to be. Boone asks to read one of her plays, and Jessica says that if she lets him, you must promise to be completely honest about your opinion of it.
Nah.
Yeah, that's
a recipe for disaster. I'll be nice to you. Shit sucks. You're the worst playwright I've ever seen. I fell asleep after page 3. Sorry.
Later that night,
pussy good though. Just to let you know.
Later that night, Jessica remembers because later that night she's like, "So, let's go upstairs and you can go to work." And he was like, let's just kind of slow it down a bit. And she was like, yo. And he was like, okay. And they go upstairs together.
And they actually have real sex this time.
Yeah,
like
they
adults.
have good old fashioned like let's fucking do it to it sex. And we get to see a little bit of what's his name, Skills, because apparently he was working it out. During the walk of shame, Jessica walks by and she is confronted by Damon.
Hey,
Hey,
you got a dog?
I did.
Wow, it's a really cute dog. She's so little. Are you just walking around here?
Yeah.
You just walking around the neighborhood? You don't live around here. Why are you walking around here?
Well, honestly, I've been thinking.
Oh,
all right?
you've been thinking?
Yeah,
Huh?
I've
You've
been
been thinking?
Why do you keep doing that?
Because
What
you
is-
don't live around here and you're walking her over here. That's weird.
Excuse me, sir. Is this woman bothering you?
No, she's not bothering me, man. It's fine.
Would you like me to call the police?
No, man, no.
I'm gonna call the police.
Don't call the police, man. I love her, okay? I love her. I love you. Hey, listen, I know you think you're the one with the broken heart, but remember, you broke up with me.
You didn't have to accept it so easily.
Well, what was I supposed to do?
I don't know. Fight for us.
Fight for what? We were already in a relationship.
I was scared. Shit.
Scared of what?
Of everything. Of being defined as your girlfriend. Of not being a writer. Of trying and failing. Of losing myself in this relationship.
Listen, Jess, I just think that we deserve another chance, all right? I deserve another chance.
Kind of seeing somebody right now.
What do you want me to fight him? Because I'll punch him right in the...
No, Damon, go home. Okay? Don't walk your freaking cute-ass dog in my neighborhood anymore.
Jess, come on.
Go! Seriously.
Jess.
So this, of course, was another daydream, another look into her psyche as she is dealing with trying to find closure from this.
Right.
And yeah. Jess is she is complicated and incredibly frustrating. And I don't know what I like to think that this weird scene of this guy, like, do you need me to call the police, sir? Like, is her like little commentary on how she feels the world sees black women. Like,
it could be, yeah.
But I might be reading way too much into that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would be
because it seems so random to just have that in there, right?
Where there's no mentions of race at all in this movie,
right?
So
no mentions of race and no mentions of gender dynamics.
Not really, no.
I mean, they do touch on the patriarchy, which is why I thought, well, maybe he is supposed to symbolize.
Maybe he's like people from the outside being like, do you want me to like make sure you guys aren't together? That kind of thing, to like kind of keep them apart.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like
white people trying to break up black love.
Yeah. You know what? That's it.
That is it.
Can't have nothing. Force me to marry a half white woman. I mean, you see what you did, society? You see what you did? It's terrible.
You are officially not black now.
Yeah, I lost it. Sorry.
That's how you lose your black card, guys.
Yeah. They just two dark skinned brothers just come out and just cut your card and like just give it to me. They just cut the shit out. Right on my wedding day. Just came out. It's like the vegans from fucking Scott Pilgrim. They just showed the fuck up. Like, nah, nigga, you give it up. No, but one of the things I liked about this scene actually is she says like, do you know why, you want to know why we broke up? Like, because I didn't want to be defined as your girlfriend. I didn't want to lose myself in this relationship. And that's a common refrain for a lot of women, right? Which is this idea of when you are in a marriage or you're in a relationship, in this case, you just become kind of like a second citizen. You're not, it no longer becomes even. And I mean, it's a common complaint from women, and I think it's probably pretty valid.
I think it's a valid complaint. I also think that, maybe you should have a conversation before you just say, you know what, I don't want to do this. Maybe you should try to, just try to save it. I'm glad you didn't, because I'm much happier now. But
Sarah's just watching.
It's too deep, huh?
But yeah, that's something that I don't understand. And look, I'm not faulting anybody for it, especially because I know that people have those type of emotions, and she wasn't ready for that, and I get it.
Right. I mean, it could have been that their relationship was, I mean, we don't know, but like it could have been that their relationship was moving so fast at a point where it felt like, okay, we're about to get married, we're about to have kids, and da-da-da-da-da. Am I ready for that? And a lot of people freak out because of those things, and rightfully so. It's understandable.
Yeah.
I've been there. But it does make for a situation that is got to be difficult for the other person on the other side, which is, okay, I understand you don't want to be a part of the you want to break the paradigm of the patriarchy. That's cool. Hashtag not all men. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but that goes back to that conversation we had. Like, I understand where that idea comes from. I understand wanting to push back on that, but you have to talk to the person.
Yeah. That's it.
Like, you got to talk to them and say, hey, this is how I'm feeling. Be like, all right, I hear you. Let's try to like make sure that shit doesn't happen. And these are the things that we're going to do.
Right.
Right. Like I was talking to my niece yesterday, who is a freshman in college, who is like gung ho feminism. She's like takes feminist courses and stuff like that. Like real cool kid. And I was talking to her, and I met her boyfriend that for the first time. And he's also, I think he's a sophomore in college. And he was talking to someone last night at dinner, and he's like, yeah, I'm taking this feminism course. It's like really interesting and blah, blah, blah. And I overheard it, and I kind of went to her on the side. I was like, is that you're doing? And she was like, yeah, it is. And I was like, good for you. She was like, look, for you. And she was like, and things have gotten better. And I was like, good for you. Yeah. Hey, look, you don't know shit until you're taught shit. Like, that's just the way it goes. And sometimes, like,
yeah,
look, we can all learn to, We can all learn to empathize with people on the opposite side.
Right.
We all can.
And you need to want to learn too.
You have to.
Like, you can't just be like every other dumbass niggas out here who are just, you know.
I got it.
No, I'm all right. I'm all right. Like, I'm all right. What the fuck does that, how do you spell that? You dummy?
I am ARD.
I'm all right.
I'm hard. Yeah. No, I'm serious. I'm not joking.
I know you're not.
That's how they spell it.
And that's
how they spell
really
it bothers me.
That's really sad.
It should.
Art, like,
but I mean that is a real problem. But you got to talk to people. Like, you got to have that dialogue. Otherwise, they don't know.
Yeah, you got to talk to people.
Right. So,
or hell, you're gonna learn.
Immediately after, we see a scene of Jessica teaching the kids another improv game, and this one is a little special, so we have it clipped out.
Okay, here we go.
All right. Close your eyes and open your minds. We're going to play another game, except this game is not going to be as easy as the others.
Why not?
You'll see. You ready? It's your birthday, and you're in the car with your parents.
My parents don't have a car.
And use your imagination.
Okay, I'm gonna imagine I'm in a Ferrari.
Okay, great. The whole year you've been telling anybody who would listen that all you wanted for your birthday was a dog. And you think that you're on your way to the pet store to pick one out right now. But what you don't know is that your mom just found out that she's going to have another baby. And your parents have already been stretching their money to make sure that they can pay for your college education. You don't know any of this yet because you're just a kid and they work really hard to shield you from that stuff. But unfortunately, this creates a lot of tension between them. Sometimes you hear them yelling at each other late at night when they think you're asleep, and it really scares you. Now your dad, being the proud and impractical man that he is, really wants to get you this dog, even though he knows that you can't afford it. And your mom is frustrated at him for this because she works too, and she knows that she's going to have to quit her job to take care of this new baby.
Wow, I didn't know things were so tight. My parents should probably sell this Ferrari.
Davian, cool it with the Ferrari, okay? Now, imagine that you're the dad. You're driving the car, and you look in the rearview mirror and you see your kid with this big, dopey smile on her face.
I don't have a dopey smile.
You're right, you have a beautiful smile.
Thank you.
Now, imagine that you're the mom. You're in the passenger seat, and you see a look of anguish go across your husband's face as you pass the pet store.
What? We're passing the pet store? Where are we going?
That's a good question. Where are we going?
I don't know. This is your game.
Yeah, but it's up to you to decide where we go next.
There's another scene where we get a little more about Jessica and her backstory and why she is the way she is. And I don't know, man. These scenes really do a good job of fleshing out this character to make you care about her or to make you at least get to know her. You know what I mean? Like she's
they do.
Like she's not like of all the things that she does that frustrates me. She is. I understand where she is coming from, and I understand why she thinks that way because of scenes like this.
Right. I mean, it's basically the reason why she doesn't trust people.
Right.
Right. Like she has serious trust issues, which they pepper throughout the movie, but like the idea, like going back to the last scene, like this idea that trusting somebody to not throw you into this role that you're not ready to be into, right? Like she doesn't trust Lakeith Stanfield's character, or Damon. She doesn't trust him to not make her into those women at that party.
Right.
She doesn't trust him. She doesn't trust even when that playwright tells her that she can make it. Like she doesn't trust it, you know, and that's a common element. I mean, I think that's a common element for not just people, but women this generation, right? She's very much a millennial and stuff like that. I get it. I totally understand.
Yeah.
And also it's trust issues even though this movie doesn't deal with race at all, like black people, like we have real trust issues in America because, go back 2 weeks. James Baldwin told you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
Get out there and make it better.
Make it so.
Don't do that.
We find out that Chandra's dad says that Chandra can go to the writer's weekend. But Chandra still kind of wants to go to Six Flags.
She's a fucking kid.
Right. It's Six Flags, yo.
Sit around with a bunch of hippies talking about writing a play. Girl, I'm getting on the Super Duper Looper. Get out of here.
Jessica is kind of being a bit of an ass. And
she's ridiculous in this scene.
And she's like, she tries to guilt trip this child into not spending time with her father, something that she doesn't get to do she won't be able to do on a regular basis from now on.
Right.
And to come to this writer's weekend. Like, what the fuck?
Because it was more about her than it was about the kid.
Right. Like she is a real character, warts and all.
Yeah, she is.
She ends up pushing Chandra away. Chandra's like, bitch, fuck you. I'll send you a postcard from Six Flags, bitch. Send you a picture of me on a roller coaster with my middle fingers up in the air.
Yeah, I get it.
Jessica is having a bad day, so she drops in on Boone unannounced.
Don't do that. Don't. All right, so we have that clip. We'll play that and we'll come right back.
Booty call.
What are you doing here?
Oh, sorry I didn't let you know I was coming. It's just my phone died earlier and I had kind of a shitty day, so.
I'm sorry.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I wish you called.
Do you want to go for a walk or something? I got pickles in here.
Hey, I'm gonna get out of here.
Just hold on a minute.
Hi. You must be Mandy Moore. I'm Jessica James. It's really nice to meet you. I love your work. I love the way you shoot carrots.
Thank you.
Jess.
You suck balls. I gotta go.
Jess, hold on. Jess.
What?
Wait.
No.
Jess, come on. She was just delivering a windsurfing magazine that keeps getting sent to her place by accident. And then, we got talking.
They were just talking. Don't bullshit me.
Yes.
Where's your shirt?
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. But you more than anyone must realize what it's like to have a history with someone. Those feelings don't just evaporate.
Yeah, no, I understand. Nothing works out. People let you down and you should never trust anybody ever. I've known that since I was a kid.
We were fucking married, Jess. Our families watched us say till death do you part together. I mean, it's a little bigger than just saying, oh, maybe I'm in love with this guy.
Oh my gosh, wow, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that my feelings weren't as valid as yours.
That's not what I meant.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Wait a second, you windsurf?
Yeah, I windsurf.
Come on, man.
I like the sensation of being at sea. You would like it, you should come.
No, I'm good. And you know what?
What? Mature.
Yeah.
Jessica.
What?
I really like you.
Yeah, Boone. Of course you do. Everybody does. I'm friggin' dope.
So yeah, this is the part in the romantic comedy where there is some manufactured conflict between the two people that we want. Like, this is so, like, I was waiting for it because I cannot stand it.
It's always super silly.
Right.
You just talk to each other.
Super contrived, man. If you knew that you had peepholes, guys, peepholes. Why didn't you look through the peephole?
I just wouldn't have come to the door.
Right. I just want to come to the door, yo. I just, like, what? I mean, I know he wasn't expecting her to come, so maybe that's why you come to the door?
Nah, fuck that.
Right.
Look at the people and be like,
like, nigga, I can see you behind it. Like, oh shit. Like, I saw it get dark. But yeah, like, oh shit.
And if you do come to the door, open the door. Oh, hey, Jess, give me 1 second. Just wait right there. Go change your clothes. Tell your wife, the ex-wife, that you're banged out, to just sit here for a couple minutes,
and then get the.
We're gonna go for a walk.
Yeah.
Or
Go out
Just
the
say-
back door. I ain't married to you. You cheating on your boyfriend now? Nah, fuck that. Feel guilty. Walk out the back door.
Yeah, I hate this in these types of movies.
Well, yeah, like
they're
you said, it's
never-
contrived.
Yeah, they never feel organic.
Well, not only that, but there's always that idea of you could fix this by saying 4 words, and you just choose not to say that. Like, you weren't together. Like, you're not in a relationship with her.
Right.
You don't want to be a part of the patriarchy or whatever. Like, that's fine. Well, this chick does. And she is down, and she takes great pictures of carrots, so I'm going to go to work. Like, get out of here. Like, come on. It's fine.
So, and look, I don't find any fault in any character here. It's just, it's part of the style of movie that this is. And
it's just a part of it. I have to say though that part where he's like, yeah, I windsurf. Like, I just like
windsurf. Like, I like the sensation of
being at sea. You should come. No, I don't think so. I thought that was going to be the moment. She's like, that's like the whitest thing I've ever heard. Because windsurfing is the whitest thing I've ever heard. And Obama does it, so that's kind of weird. So now it's black. Yeah, we taking over windsurfing too. Fuck y'all. We coming for that shit. Kiteboarding and all that other nonsense.
Be better at
Obama's
it.
half white. Maybe that's why he did it. He wanted to do it because I don't any black person talking about. Yeah, let's go windsurfing.
No, why?
Right. Like Obama is like
we don't like getting in the water as it is.
He's like Blade, right?
He's got all of their
all of our strengths and none of our weaknesses.
Yeah, he does. That's true.
He's got all the suave, cool, like articulateness of being black, but like can swim.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah, I was like, we can swim.
We can swim.
Yeah, but you're not suave, cool, or articulate.
I am both suave and cool. Articulate. I need a little bit of work.
I'm articulate. With our powers combined.
You two niggas got a Voltron
To
to
make
be
an
half
Obama?
of what Barack Obama is.
Fine. That's fine.
Look, it is what it is. Shut the fuck up.
You better shut up before we push you in a pond. Get out of here. That's a sad truth. I miss him. I miss him dearly. Back. For the love of God, we gotta change the Constitution. We gotta get this nigga back. Like, yo, you get to be president forever until you get tired. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, he's tired.
He probably is tired. Like,
I
fuck
ain't
y'all.
coming back.
He don't look tired now. He looks more than relaxed.
Yeah.
Extra button unbuttoned, looking all sun kissed. Like, nigga, get the fuck. Yo, he makes me mad. Literally, I get angry when I see. I'm like, I miss you, but you look way too happy. You look way too happy, man. He's like out there with an Asian chick at a restaurant in the beginning. Like, he looks way too happy, dude. Like, get out of here.
You having cutaways of yourself and shit.
Yeah, like, come
on, Barack. Like, why we break up, yo?
a piano falls
you
on
tell me why we broke up? You want to know? I'll tell you. Bam! Yeah, I just hit Barack Obama in the fucking head. Like, what the fuck?
And then you wake up, what?
What kind of random ass fucking dream was that?
It's true. Seriously, I miss this guy.
Jessica and the kids go to the Writers' Weekend with Alchandra. At the retreat, Jessica meets her idol, and she has an enlightening conversation. Basically, she says, "How did you know you were going to make it?" And she's like, you don't.
Still waiting on that.
Yeah, still waiting on that whole making it thing. He's like, "But you have a Tony." And she's like, "Yep, that and a Metro car to get you a ride on the subway, because shit don't mean nothing."
Yeah. Which is crazy, by the way. I mean, there are plenty of stars who've like got these big accolades and then like they're broke.
Well, nobody gives a fuck about the Tonys. You know when people care about the Tonys?
When you get an EGOT?
Right, when you're on the verge of getting an EGOT.
That's it.
Right.
And you got to get the Tony early.
Yeah, because
before your voice gives out.
You got to get that Tony real early, because no one is going to really give a damn after that. You know, if you get the other ones, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like you got to get the Oscar last.
I mean, look,
Emmy is the easiest.
Yeah.
Emmy is the easiest. A Grammy, you pull like an Obama, you just do like a book.
Yeah.
You get the Grammy. That's not so bad. Then you get the Tony, because you got to like sing and dance and shit. Like that takes some effort. But the Oscar is such a small pool. Like that's got to be tougher.
Yeah. I mean, look at what 3 6 Mafia had to do in order to get their Oscar.
Fucking just walk off.
Oh shit!
Oscar award winners, 3 6 Mafia. That is a thing, people. That is a thing that happened in the real life world.
That is not a cutaway of Micah's life. That's real shit.
God damn it!
I should have an Oscar. Like at this point,
it's getting hard out here for a pimp. Is an award-winning song.
Yeah, no, that seems right.
I remember when that happened. I'm like, yo, I like rooting for black people. This shit is...
These white people should have won that. It's unacceptable.
This shit is unacceptable.
This is not helping us by any means.
Like,
the song wasn't good.
It wasn't.
It really wasn't.
It wasn't.
Was
and
that
I'm like,
for Hustle and Flow?
Yeah. And it's like,
we haven't done that.
No, we're not doing that. And it's like,
have you seen Hustle and Flow?
I've seen parts of it.
Let's see. Yeah, I saw it in the movie theater.
What'd you think?
I didn't hate it.
I didn't hate
but
the movie,
like
but it's
subsequent viewings, like it's not good.
Beat that bitch.
Whoop that trick.
Whoop that trick.
Yeah, why didn't that win a fucking Oscar?
He could have been well on his way to what he got. Never gonna get an Oscar, but whatever. He also is really bad at math. Do you know that Terrence Howard believes that
new math?
What does he think? It's like he thinks that 1 plus 0 equals 2 or some like wackadoo thing he believes. Like I'll look it up. Like some crazy math thing. Like 2 times 2 does not in fact equal 4.
Yeah, he believes some weird ass math. I know what you're talking about, but I can't.
Because he was like a mathematician, but he's also a fucking lunatic.
A mathematician.
Yeah.
What kind of mathematician?
A dumb one, apparently. Hold on, where is it? Terrence Howard in his own version of math. Yeah, he believes that 1 times 1 equals 2.
Nigga, if you turn,
and he also created his own language.
If you turn the x 45 degrees, then 1 and 1 is 2.
No,
not 1 times 1, 1 plus 1, nigga.
He says, how can it equal 1? If 1 times 1 equals 1, that means that 2 is of no value because 1 times itself has no effect. 1 times 1 equals 2 because the square root of 4 is 2. So what's the square root of 2? So should be 1, but we're told it's 2. And that cannot be.
What? No. What? Wait a
second.
That does not make sense.
Yeah. It's Terrence Howard.
Yo, that is stupid. Like, that is fucking dumb.
Let me read it one more time. Just
in
case you did not.
It is one time.
Right. Like, it says it. In the fucking
if you
equation.
multiply, if you take 1 and you multiply it by a factor of 1, then it would still be 1. Like that doesn't make any sense.
Like 1.
All right, if 1 times 1 is 2, then what's 2 times 1? Dummy.
1. I don't know.
Yo, I hate him, yo. I hate him. All right, that's it. We're never doing a Terrence Howard starring movie again. Never.
Did we ever do one?
I hope not. We ain't never doing it.
It reminds me of that episode of The Cosby Show where Denise goes to, or one of the kids goes to that school and they're like, 1 times 1 is 1. And they're like doing this song. Terrence Howard completely missed that episode. He was like, nah, son, 1 times 1 is 2.
Yo, I can't.
That doesn't.
If 1 times 1 equals 1, that means that 2 is of no value because 1 times itself has no effect. 1 times 1 equals 2 because the square root of 4 is 2. So what's the square root of 2? That's not how they calculate.
That's not how math works, yo. That's not how math works.
That's not how your math works. Yo. Be James Baldwin, Micah. Yo, your face. Your face in that fucking moment. It's so stupid.
I can't.
It's so dumb.
Yo, my stomach hurts.
Why do you look so pained?
We gotta hurry up, yo. I got a fucking headache, yo.
I still don't even understand.
That shit made my head hurt, man. Yo. Yo, what? Yeah.
Would you like me to read it one more time?
No, I really don't. I really don't want you to read it.
Yo, my stomach. Holy shit. Yeah, so Terrence Howard believes that. That's a real thing, guys. Do you remember where we were?
What the fuck? Jessica goes to Shauna's home to apologize for Terrence Howard being a fucking idiot and to have her own little meaningful conversation with Chandra.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Yo, that's about the dumbest shit I've ever heard anybody say, yo.
I know. I don't know how I never said that to you when I found that.
I think we might.
That's about the dumbest shit I've ever heard anybody say. I just
Please continue. Mike is just baffled. Terrence is losing it.
Yo, what are we talking about?
That
My
shit.
fucking stomach is killing me. Yo. Oh.
All right, let's get back.
Fucking Boone. This fucking Boone is going through and Instagram stalking. Is that a thing? Instagram stalking?
Yeah, of course it is.
He's Instagram stalking.
Get a bunch of exercise thoughts all the time. I'm following you.
He's cycling through Jess's Instagram, and she sends him a text message asking, does he want to talk to her? I legit have a fucking headache, you know. That shit really pissed me off, man.
As a trained engineer, you imagine someone's like, I built this building based on Terrence Howard's math. It won't stand up. I don't know why.
Maybe like evacuate. Because it's not good.
Like, that's the one thing about math that makes it unique, is that it is universal. It is the universal language.
Right, they use math when they want to talk to aliens in movies.
No matter where you are in the world, 1 times 1 is 1.
Yeah, I can think of one place it's not inside the head of a moron. And you wanted to be in an Iron Man suit. Get the fuck out of here. You wouldn't know how to use it.
Yeah.
Too stupid.
They Jessica and Boone apologize to one another. And
he buys her a tea. It's very cute.
And Jessica gives Boone a copy of every play she's ever written.
Yeah, it was like a massive amount. I was like, can I just get one?
Yeah, I just you know.
Can I just see it?
Can I get the Cliff Notes? I didn't really mean I was going to read it. I was just trying to eat your pussy again. I don't know.
I'm just a guy. Like, come on now. Come on. Figure this shit out. We lie a lot.
So she gives it to him, and he says he'll read it. And she says, all right, read it when I leave. And
yeah, do not while I'm sitting here.
We see her pick up a little letter, and this time it is a letter telling her that she has been invited to London for a reading of one of her plays. So she goes to the local coffee shop to tell her friend Tasha. And whenever I hear the word Tasha, I always think of Power. Like, you ain't no Tasha. You the polar opposite of Tasha.
I've seen who that is. I agree.
Yeah.
Wow, Jessica Williams is really tall, dude. This is her when she goes to tell her friend is like 4'1", like in comparison.
And the thing, she's not.
I mean,
she's for a woman.
Yeah, 6 feet tall for a woman.
Yeah. But and 6 feet tall in Hollywood, I guess is.
Yeah, in Hollywood,
she looks like she's fucking towering over everybody.
Yeah,
except for what's his name?
Chris O'Dowd
is 6'3".
Yeah.
No, there you go.
Where am I? She tells Tasha good news and gives her a vibrator as a gift for being a good friend.
Yeah, that's not that is something uniquely feminine.
Yeah.
I don't care how good the news is I have. I'm not going to buy you a fleshlight. How about that?
Yeah.
I'd rather you didn't.
Ain't no pocket
one
pussies coming to y'all. Not from me.
No thanks.
Don't do that.
Fucking gross.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to clean that thing. Get out of here. Disgusting. Here's a pocket pussy. I got a new job. Like, nigga, what?
Gift, like, don't.
And to celebrate, here's a masturbatory aid.
Yeah, like, all right, well, I mean, Tuesday's coming up.
Cut to the performance of the plays that the children have been working on. Afterwards, Damon shows up, and it is the real Damon, not a dream Damon. And the two of them exchange awkward pleasantries, and they finally get their closure.
Yeah, and it's actually nice. Not like, nah, fuck you, or like ignoring or being just mean. They become adults.
Yeah, I got my closure.
Did you?
Yeah, I got my closure.
You push it down a hill, or would you?
No, we were in a church at the time. At a friend's wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why'd you get closure, Micah?
Huh? Oh, why did I get closure? Maybe it was because I had my fine ass wife on my arm.
Yeah, that's pretty good closure.
Mm-hmm.
And how was her closure?
Was there
her closure didn't look well at all. He had an ill-fitting suit on.
That bothers me.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing worse. There's nothing worse on a guy dressed up in an ill-fitting suit. Look like you're wearing your dad's clothes. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Get it together. Get that shit tailored.
So yeah.
Right, at a wedding? Like you
at a mutual friend's
like
wedding.
exchange, you actually had a conversation?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Was it pleasant?
She apologized, and I said, worked out for the best.
Yeah. My nigga. That is the absolute right response. Yep.
Right. Yeah.
Seems like it worked something for you. Congratulations. Good luck with all that.
Good luck with all that.
See, your problem was she wanted a man with titties. Ain't no big deal. You ain't have them, like whatever. You inadequate, nigga. It's fine. It's a good look.
But you see, normally I would tell the person's name, but I respect the person enough to not say their name, and I ask you not to as well.
I don't do that.
Yeah, you're the one
Yeah,
that fucking be like, oh, fuck that bitch, Tasha Campbell. Like, what the fuck, nigga? Like,
No, I don't do that. So I would appreciate if you didn't do the thing that I only do. Fuck off. Outta here.
Oh man,
that's funny. But you come to find out that she's actually with Boone at this point.
Yeah, Boone is there, and Boone is like, well, that looked like a very awkward conversation. And Boone, she tells Boone that they're going to London, and he's like, well, I got a lot of frequent flyer miles if you need somebody to show you around. And she's like, how does that work, frequent flyer miles? And then they cut away to her on the plane, and instead of Boone there, it's Tasha. And Tasha they getting ready to take off.
I was about to say no.
Yeah, no.
Oh, cool. Tasha could afford her own ticket on a barista salary? That's cool. Great.
Right. That is some white guy, I'm fucking a black woman, let me not fuck this up shit.
Nah.
Sorry.
Because if she was like, hey, Damon, I need you to pay for my friend's plane. No, I'm not paying for your friend's plane
tickets.
Right. Because we see later that
those are my frequent flyer miles. I earn those.
No.
Right.
You know how long it took me to get one free flight? One? Dude, it took me forever. It was amazing. I was like, I got to fly from Baltimore to San Diego for $50 fucking. That's all it cost me. It was great. And it took me like 3 years to get the miles for that. and I've never been able to make it back. Like, no, I'm not giving up those miles. Fuck off. No,
That's worth a bunch.
Yeah, he must have had a ton of.
He must
fucking
travel
miles.
for his job. It's gotta be.
He created an app, so he probably is flying all over the world selling that shit.
I guess maybe my miles. Damn that.
Nah.
Selfish.
Yeah, fuck y'all.
But there you go. Jess and Tasha and Shauna are all going to London
On Chris O'Dowd's
on
dime.
Chris O'Dowd's IT money dime.
Yeah, he's like, you know what? That's pretty cool. I wouldn't have done that part, but
No.
But
when
good
I
for
saw
them.
it, I'm like, he bought 3 tickets for them chicks? No. I don't know Tasha. Oh, well, he does, right? Because he
Yeah, he knows
met
her.
at the whatever.
But he knows of her. Like, they
Yeah.
weren't good friends.
yeah, he met her at like a retreat.
Yeah.
Yeah, all in all, I thought it was a pretty fun movie.
Yeah, it was
pretty good.
it was a nice little, sweet little romantic comedy.
Yeah, not bad. Today we found out what my trigger is watching Micah lose his mind over math problems because that shit was hilarious.
That shit doesn't, like, it doesn't compute.
No, of course it doesn't.
It doesn't
Like-
because that math is fake.
No, I mean his existence. It doesn't compute. I don't understand.
No, his popularity doesn't compute.
No, his existence. Fuck him.
That's fair.
That's what happens when you beat women, folks. Math just doesn't work in your brain. What a fucking asshole. Yo. Fuck him, yo.
What's more offensive to you? Him beating women or his insistence that 1 × 1 = 2?
Tread carefully.
I know what I want to say, but I'm going to say him beating women.
Good night. That's it. There's no better way to end that. All right, guys. We'll see you later. We'll see you for another preview episode next week.
See you.
Bye.
We out.